Which one is best? Which one is worst? Which one is last? Which one is first? You can have your opinions, but we say what? Hello and welcome, witches, to We Say What, where we say what, and then we apologize for it later because we always get it wrong. We're so glad you're here today. I am, as usual, joined by the lovely and talented Priscilla Kavanaugh and a special bonus surprise guest, Chelsea Rivers.
Hey. Oh no, Chelsea. And now, Chelsea, I have to ask you, you share a last name with a man I went to grade school with who badly orchestrated a double murder in my area.
Oh, fun. You know, no relation. I will claim Joan Rivers perhaps before I claim that gentleman, but wow, what a tale.
Yeah. Guys, if there's one thing I learned from that, it's always pay your hitmen.
Oh, well, yes. Okay, good to know.
Do you want my fun story about a hitman?
Of course.
Sure.
So my family is wild. I always say, my brother and I always talk about how we one day are going to write like a dark dramedy for HBO just about the insanity that is my family. But here's just one such tale that could be included. My uncle was actually killed by a hitman because he was engaging in an affair and the wife's husband found out, got a hit out on him. Growing up, we were always told the story was like, it was like an act of chivalry. Like he was in a CVS or 7-Eleven and he like jumped in front of the gun to like save this woman. As it turns out, he was actually receiving a blowjob in his car from said woman, and that was all she wrote. He died doing what he loved.
Didn't say the same thing.
Wow.
So, of course, when you said that your uncle was a victim of a hitman, I was like, well, what did he do?
Yeah. Men, am I right?
Well, we're sorry for your loss, and also men. Yeah.
Tale to tell.
Yeah, thank you for that. Wow. Guys, you're here. We're in it. We are deep in the podcast already.
On an interesting foot.
Yeah, well, and we didn't mention this before, but Chelsea has her own podcast. It's called I Am the Cute One, and she co-hosts it with Donnie, who was on last week, maybe, if the episodes line up that way when we release them. But you may remember him from the Most Fuckable Feline episode that we recorded.
Classic.
And they talk about that every once in a while on their podcast, but also...
Too much, I would argue. We talk about felines Donnie wants to fuck too much.
Yeah. But also they talk about a lot of other funny stuff. And if you enjoy Chelsea, which you will, I'm very sure, go check out their podcast and give them a rating and review. Leave us a rating and review. Those are our favorite things. They keep the podcast going. They keep us going in our hearts. I forgot to share this from one of our listeners, Hazel. She is a frequent commenter and writer-inner, but she really enjoyed our take on the fact that GIF is like gift and not like Jif peanut butter. She said, thank you for the butthole clenching comment. I'm laughing on the floor. So we love you, Hazel.
I love that.
Right now, mine's fine.
Relaxed.
Mine's feeling lovely.
Yeah. Okay.
I heard about something new. I'm going to briefly mention it. Maybe I shouldn't, but it's happening. Here we go. Have you heard of Whole Talks?
No, please delight me.
I just heard about this yesterday on another podcast, Nobody's Listening Right, which I love. And apparently it's a thing. It's just what you think it is, where you get Botox in your asshole.
Talks. I thought you were saying talks. Oh. So is this like where you negotiate like which holes are okay?
Oh yeah, consent, talking down, or maybe like butthole talk, like the butthole side of TikTok.
I like
right, but no talks.
Talks in your butthole.
Bleaching, but not toxing.
Well, I feel like bleaching that's been a thing, and so now we've got them as lightly colored as they can be. How about smooth and relaxed? But also apparently for the gay community, it's a thing because men, this is what they said. So this is like third-hand information, okay? Men who used to be tops are unable to get it up, and so they transition to bottoms later on in life because then they can still participate sexually without worrying about erections, which was eye-opening for so many reasons for me because I didn't know. I thought that once you were a top or a bottom, that was just in your nature. Anyway, you don't know enough about that to really.
Yeah, but the more you know, butt talks. Yeah. So if you are wondering, consult with your doctor or your Esthetician, or however you say it. And you know what? I wish I was that clever, but I actually just mispronounced that word, but I'll take it.
You know what?
Beautiful.
Yeah.
That is a
And this is the point in the podcast where we will remind you that we are not doctors or medical professionals of any kind. And please, please consult those actual people when you're making your decisions for your health care.
And your butthole.
And your butthole. Yeah, all of your holes, really. Oh, and one other update. I started watching Succession.
oh, good. I'm so
Yeah. It's really good. And my husband likes it. It's really rare that we find a show that we watch together. So that's been fun. I mean, it's depressing and it has so many parallels to our real lives right now. And I just feel very stressed at the end, but I can also see why people like it. And I didn't know Sarah Snook before All Her Fault. And now I see her on that. And I'm like, I get it. Now I see.
Now, she is in my favorite movie of all time that I talked incessantly about last year, which is the formative movie Predestination that came out like 15 years ago. It is about time travel. I did make every single person in my life, including Donnie on the podcast, watch it. And he was not as taken by it as I was, but my God, a role of a lifetime for her.
Are we ready to talk about what we're talking about today? Okay, great. Today, we're going to talk about the zodiac sign that you would most like to have in your camp, on your side, with you during an apocalypse, which is maybe sooner than we think.
Mm-hmm.
And so we've made a bracket per usual. And the problem with brackets is that you have to have a multiple of 8, really, or 4, I guess. No, 4 doesn't really work because 12 would have been okay. Anyway, you have to have a multiple of 8 for it to work the way we like it. So 12 zodiac signs, 16 spots. So what I decided to do was move our sun signs one step ahead and Donnie's sun sign one step ahead. Just
Love that.
for fun. So as we're making our arguments, just know that we've already been given a little bit of a boost into the second round of the bracket, but we will still then have to battle after that. Chelsea, I know you are well versed in zodiac culture, astrology culture. Priscilla, not so much. So I did make some little like cheat sheets, and I'd be happy to send it to you if you want, but I don't know how much you already know or if you want a bunch of photos clogging up your phone.
Yeah, if you want to send it to me, I'll take a look.
Okay. And then
Thank you for doing that, because who knows who's listening and how well versed they are.
Yeah, and I do want to give the disclaimer. I pretend to be well versed in astrology, but as you'll learn, my sun sign is Gemini. So I mostly am just focused on myself and other air signs and other people that I have in my life. So there are some signs that I know better than others based on if I love or hate a person in my life that is that sign.
Yeah. No, I get it. I know like one trait about some signs, and I just repeat that over and over. I'm like, oh, typical Scorpio. And like,
Such a Leo. Uh-huh.
But Scorpios are typical Scorpios, so I feel like that one's fair. You'll find that out. But also, I know one of our first text message exchanges with each other was talking about your sun, moon, and rising. So I feel like we should kind of talk about that a little bit and just like what those things are. Do we need to go into that, I guess?
well, I mean, mine's the best.
Everybody thinks theirs is the best, and everybody knows somebody who they hate, so this is going to be really fun.
Taurus, and anything I've like read or seen about it always also ends with like, and also you will eat anything even if it's already in the trash. And I'm like, please don't. I mean, yeah, but we don't have to like put it all out there.
Okay, so you're talking about your sun sign, and your sun sign is your archetype. This is from a website. I don't know, Reader's Digest, so who knows what they know. But this is a nice little quick breakdown. It determines your ego, identity, and overall role in life. Your moon sign is your emotional self. It rules your moods and feelings and reflects how you think of yourself. And your rising is your outward persona, which establishes how you present to people. And Priscilla, I'll just remind you what yours are if you want me to.
Yes, please.
Your sun is in Taurus, and your moon is Sagittarius, and your rising is Scorpio.
Ooh, I like that combination.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah, you like luxury, you like being comfortable, but you are going to sting when you need to.
Oh yeah.
And stand firm in your opinions, which is something that we've noticed in this podcast. Priscilla is not easily swayed. Chelsea, do you know yours? I'm sure you
Yes,
do. Yeah.
I do. And it's funny, I always have to, I was just looking at my notes app because I always have to remind myself because I am again, a Gemini, so I lead with that. But my sun sign is Gemini, my moon is Libra, and my rising is Sagittarius.
Okay. All right. So you're heavily air sign and fire. Like me, I'm air and fire too. I'm a sun sign Aquarius, moon sign Leo, rising Sagittarius.
Okay.
Did you say Sagittarius was your moon? Oh, we all
That's
have,
my rising.
that's your rising. Oh, okay. So we all have Sag though in our charts, which is
Yeah.
good. Okay, so
Yeah.
we're gonna love Sagittarius. I can already see this happening. All right. Well, let's get into it. I kind of when I made the bracket in zodiacal order, which starts with Aries, but then as I had to double us up, it got all mixed up. So people are just battling willy nilly, as they would in an apocalypse anyway. So there we go. And the first round is going to be Aries versus Cancer.
Ooh.
It's tough. Do we want to read a little bit about the different zodiac signs before we make a decision? I've been talking a lot. Priscilla, you tell us one.
Traits.
Okay. Okay, so for Aries, they are adventurous, energetic, pioneering, courageous. Those are some of the positive ones. Or enthusiastic, I think, is important to mention. Some of the negative traits: selfish, quick tempered, impulsive, and impatient. Some examples: Pedro Pascal and Lady Gaga. Those are Aries. Okay, so Cancer, they are emotional and loving, intuitive and imaginative, but they're also changeable and moody and over emotional and touchy. Some examples: Selena Gomez, Tom Hanks, Meryl Streep, and I've added Elon Musk. I did look up a few key players in the world today to see where they fit.
Yeah.
My best friend is also a Cancer, so this is going to be hard. I know where my heart is going on this right now for an apocalypse. I feel like we need someone fiery and like able to take charge.
Yeah, I'm not going to be voting with my heart for this because Cancer sounds way too emotional. Like all of the traits had to do with emotionality, and we are already stressed enough. Like I need someone who's got their shit together and has some constructive things to bring to the table.
Now, is this who we are bringing along in an apocalypse or who is surviving in an apocalypse? Because that's going to change my answer.
Oh, yeah. This is who you want with you during the
Okay.
apocalypse. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is, I actually would bring along the Cancer. My mom is a Cancer. I think that Aries, I love Aries. They're fiery, they're competitive, they're going to do what it takes. But I do think that one thing about Cancers is yes, they are emotional and yes, they're going to be crying at some point, but it's the apocalypse. Who among us is not going to be sobbing, you know? But a Cancer can read the room, and I will trust a Cancer's vibe check intrinsically. Like if my mom tells me, if my mom meets somebody and she's like, I don't know why, but I'm just not sure about that person, I'm believing it. And I feel like you need that like gut instinct about people in an apocalypse of like, I don't know if we should partner with this person and take their Jeep because it's the last one with gas, you know? Like maybe we rob them instead.
I also feel like the Cancers I know have been very good cheerleaders. Like they bring up the morale of the team. Although yes, touchy, like they might fall apart quickly if something were to happen, and then you have to build them back up and kind of cheerlead them, which is not my strong suit. But yes, they do bring that to the table, which is necessary. For me, I'm not personally very adventurous, and that's one of the key things for Aries. So I am looking for someone that would, if I'm like, oh, there's a cave, let's see if that's a safe place for us to sleep for the night, I want them to go check it out because I'm kind of a weenie in that regard. And I don't think a Cancer is going to check it out at all. We're like, maybe we'd hug each other and crawl in.
Yeah.
And also, I want to say, because you were like, I love an Aries. We love all the zodiac signs.
True.
Please.
Well, we'll see. We'll get to a couple, then maybe we don't. But, I'll speak for myself. I'm just kidding.
Interesting because both of you have wonderful impressions of a Cancer. The only Cancer that I can clock having known was the most useful, and I'm not going to name names, but useless person, like in any situation. Like it's a former boss of mine who like needed help putting on her boots in the morning, like just like toxic, over the top emotional, and just again. We need an earth sign.
Well, that story for me is going to tip the scales because I do think that an Aries will be a leader. And again, I am a Gemini. I'm a two-faced bitch. So I'll jump teams. I'll jump over to the Aries side.
Easy.
I'll have to agree because, there's three of us. So
True.
you can pick.
Yeah. So yeah, sometimes two people have to overpower the other, and that's fine. But I feel like we're okay with Aries moving forward in this round. Okay. Cancers, we love you, especially you, Coco. If you're listening, I love you. I will protect you in a real apocalypse, okay? But you just stay in a safe place. Okay. Next round was Taurus versus Taurus. Congratulations, Priscilla. You've moved on.
Well done.
Following round, Gemini versus Gemini. Congratulations. Congratulations, Chelsea. You moved forward.
Thank you.
And now, Leo versus Virgo. Shall I read a little bit about the two of them? Okay, Leo is generous and warm-hearted, creative and enthusiastic, broad-minded and expansive, faithful and loving. The downside, pompous and patronizing, bossy and interfering, dogmatic and intolerant. They're performers who love the spotlight. Some examples, J-Lo, Whitney Houston, Kylie Jenner, Madonna, and my child. And your dad?
And my oldest is a Virgo.
Okay. Oh, okay. So we've got our children fighting each other. Oh, we
Yeah.
have to do Virgo. Okay. Okay. Virgo. See, look at that. I was like, I've already forgotten about everybody else. It's just Leo. Okay. Virgo. Thank you. Modest and shy, meticulous and reliable. Well, it says it right in the thing. Practical and diligent, intelligent and analytical. Downside, fussy and worrier, overcritical and harsh, perfectionist and conservative. Detail-oriented, practical examples, Zendaya, Beyonce, Keanu Reeves, Chris Pine. What examples? Wow.
This is because I would probably love a leader in this situation, and it's not gonna be me. But Leo, the description is sounding dictatorish.
Leo is somebody that I want at every party. Like
Yes.
Leo is somebody that I want to do a makeover montage scene with. I love Leos in my life because they know who they are and they're the type of people that they make you feel more confident just because their confidence is so shiny and bright that you're like, I want a little piece of that. But I think when it comes to an apocalypse, the Virgos in my life keep me on the straight and narrow, including my 8-year-old. Like they are going to have a plan. They're going to have a way to do it. They're going to assess the situation. They are going to tell you if you are being a moron and not doing it the way that they want you to do it. But I think that especially combined with the Aries that we picked from the previous round, I feel like the Aries is like, hey, let's go check out that cave. And the Virgo is like, okay, but here are the ways we should check out that cave because we can't just go like barging in.
Yeah.
Can I just tell you, I feel like I'm at a really high vibration just in life anyway. When you were describing what a Leo was and how they make you feel more confident, I was like, Ben Affleck is a Leo. And then I looked it up and he is.
I love predicting a zodiac sign. It's like the best feeling in the world.
It really
Especially
makes you
up there.
feel like you are connected with
Connected
something
to
that you're
you.
like, I knew it.
Typical
Well done.
Leo. And again, but
Well, and okay, listen, the Virgo I know from my life, who I'm thinking of, my childhood best friend, who is still one of my close friends, she is so, like, everything works out for her and it seems effortless, but it's not. It's because she's done the work beforehand to make it fall into place the way that it has. And she's just like effortlessly cool, calm, collected, and not trying to be the center of attention, but everybody still listens to her and trusts her because she just commands a quiet authority kind of thing.
I like that.
Yeah. And I guess like Keanu Reeves, like who wouldn't want Keanu Reeves on their team in any situation? Or
True.
Beyonce. Although Beyonce, we're finding out more. We're not sure about Beyonce right now, but we still love Beyonce. Right now, today, I love Beyonce. Nervous about where this is going for her though.
Because of her new comma.
Her what?
Her becoming a billionaire.
That, yes, her comma. Sorry, I got it. Sorry. I'm early still, working on it. Hold on.
And meanwhile, I was thinking of the line over the E, and I was like, did she add another?
what
Like,
I was
full idiot.
It's like B, Beyonce? What's happening?
Another saying ego.
The comma and the ditty of it all, I don't know if there's some ties there that haven't been fully revealed or if they ever will be, if we're just going to continue to push things down and never find out anything.
This might be my own just wanting to have the cognitive dissonance and never be against Beyonce, but I almost in the preliminary fashion, I like without knowing what we're I think going to probably find out one way or another. I put her in the same category as like a Mila Kunis of like I 100% think that this is the year that Ashton Kutcher is going to have his complete fall from grace. Like I predict that he is a total garbage goblin, but also she was 15 when they met and started dating, and so like at what point is she involved in the equation, but like on the victim side? And Beyonce was like 17 when she got together with Jay-Z.
Wow.
So
these men, again, we'll say it 100 times. It's the men, really.
But Beyonce just seems like she's always had like a tight-knit family, and that has always carried her. I just don't see her being like complicit in this dark party world. Like maybe
it's the same kind of as like J-Lo, where it's like they knew what was going on, and should they have reported it? Maybe, but also it's scary to report it when there's people with that much power. And
I just hold a little bit of like, it's also possible that they didn't go to the after parties, or like kind of on the same plane, but not of Erica Jane and her scandal. Like your husband's not coming home from work and being like, yep, I'm defrauding my clients. It's like, no, I moved money around. You know what I mean? Like, you don't talk like that. I think it's possible for some of these people who are in that circle to not have gone all the way to the gutter.
It's like purposely putting up the blinders of like, there's something going on over there and I'm going to keep my head turned in this direction.
Yeah,
maybe.
or like,
for my safety.
I'm tired. I'm going home now.
Yeah. I don't want to go to the third after party, and I don't like baby oil that much.
I'm hoping to be proved right in my great word for it, my cognitive dissonance.
Yeah.
Beyonce.
For the record, I love Beyonce, and like I said, today I love her, but I just watched that documentary, and my husband kept saying, "See, what if Beyonce?" And I was like, "Ugh, I have to admit that if I'm wrong, I have to admit that I'm wrong." Later.
Yeah. In case it needs to be said, whatever names come out on any lists or any Diddy parties, I believe that everyone should get in trouble and everyone should be considered bad guys. So I don't know. That seems to be a bold statement these days. So I just want to be able to say that.
Yes. We're not fan culture people here.
Yeah, we say what. And we're not going to apologize for that one later either. So,
this is in that same vein too. If Pedro Pascal was on any of these lists, I would want it to come out.
Yeah. It would hurt, but it would need to come out.
Yeah, it would need to come out.
Okay, so we're moving Virgo forward. I feel like, right? That's what we said?
Virgos.
Virgo. Okay, we come back. Oh, this is what I wanted to say really quickly. Did y'all see that there's the new Ashton Kutcher show coming out?
Yeah.
I'm not interested in it, really.
No, what is it?
I'm unfortunately interested.
Yeah.
Like,
but I don't want to watch it because I don't want to support it. It's a substance type show. Like we inject you with this thing and it makes you young forever kind of thing.
Is that the Meghan Trainor show, or is that a different Oh, no, I don't have any interest in any of that.
I'm not going to watch it for moral reasons, but I'm mad that I can't.
That you're not going to watch it.
It's probably Ryan Murphy, right? It looks like one of his shows. I don't know.
But that's happening. If this is the year of his downfall, maybe that'll just be good press for him, which we don't want. So, you know what I mean? We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Eyes peeled, everybody. Keep your eyes on the prize. All right. Next round is Pisces versus Pisces, because that is Donnie. And I found out also Chelsea's husband is a Pisces.
It is true.
From Donnie. He's trying to get in and let me know the insider information.
Yeah. I do love a bald-headed Pisces man. My work husband and real husband, both.
Which is interesting, Pisces. Oh, we've both got then water sign husbands. And then what's your husband, Priscilla?
Scorpio.
Scorpio. Okay, Scorpio, also water sign. Okay. Next round, Sagittarius versus Capricorn. I know it doesn't make sense also. Scorpio shouldn't be a water sign because they don't survive in water. Same as Aquarius should be water, but it's air. It's all silly. Okay. Sagittarius versus Capricorn. Shall we read? Although I think we're going to say Sag because we're all set. Okay. Optimistic and freedom-loving, jovial and good-humored, honest and straightforward, intellectual and philosophical, But the downside, blindly optimistic and careless, irresponsible and superficial, tactless and restless, adventurous, free spirited. Examples: Taylor Swift, Britney Spears, Ryan Reynolds.
My daughter.
And your daughter, okay. Capricorn. Practical and prudent, ambitious and disciplined, patient and careful, humorous and reserved. Downside, pessimistic and fatalistic, miserly and grudging. They're disciplined and ambitious. Examples, only one: Michelle Obama.
That's a tough one. That's a tough one.
Except for now, I'm like, it's got to be Capricorn. They feel like they're the useful one in this situation.
Well, let's just say, like, just because we're saying we would prefer a Capricorn in our camp doesn't mean, like, we're kicking our families out of our camp.
Correct.
This is who we're bringing in. If this is a hashtag no new friends situation, it's hashtag some new signs, but we're bringing them into what we've already got going.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
I really appreciate y'all making that distinction because I've already kicked out my best friend and my son.
You're like, no, I totally was on the same page. The assumption was that my son would be with us.
But, and also, we all love, so we're being very fair because we are all Sagittarius, and we'd all love to have a Sagittarius at our party, for example, like we said, or, at a girls' night out, whatever thing we're doing.
A Sagittarius is who I want to bring along with me on like a backpacking trip across Europe, where they're going to be adventurous. They're going to have that free spirit. They're going to get me out of a funk when I'm thinking too much into things. They're going to be able to like be the life of the party and chat with anybody along our way. But when we're trying to stay alive in an apocalypse, I kind of want the person who's good at budgeting because, who knows what the new currency is, but like they're going to make sure that I'm not binge eating all the salt and vinegar chips night one.
We got to have a steady ration of salty V's at all times. I understand that. Sagittarius, we need when we're feeling nervous and we don't have any beta blockers left, and we need someone to like break the ice for every person that we meet. So they might be a good negotiator if we were to like interact with another faction of people that are also surviving the apocalypse. But yeah, I think budget is a good word that you said there. That was helpful.
Once we're settled and we have a camp, like, we're going to need someone to entertain us. So, like, this Sagittarius can do that.
They can, but they're not invited, so they won't be here anymore.
The one we happen to have.
Oh yeah, the ones that are already there.
Yeah.
Daughter specifically.
That would be their assignment, but we won't seek more out.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. Yeah. We all have our roles to play. Okay, Capricorn moves forward, I think. Yes, okay. Aquarius versus Aquarius. Congratulations, me. We've moved forward. And the final round is Libra versus Scorpio. Okay, so Libra, diplomatic and urbane. What does urbane mean?
I don't think anyone knows.
And there's no way to find out. Let's
Not
keep going.
one person, I don't think.
Romantic and charming, easygoing and sociable, idealistic and peaceable. Peaceable feels like a made-up word. Okay, also downside, indecisive and changeable, gullible and easily influenced, flirtatious and self-indulgent. Charming and diplomatic. Examples: Kim Kardashian, Will Smith, Cardi B, and Bella Hadid. Scorpio, determined and forceful, emotional and intuitive, powerful and passionate, exciting and magnetic. Downside, jealous and resentful, compulsive and obsessive, secretive and obstinate. Examples are Leonardo DiCaprio, Drake, Ryan. Wait a minute, they just said Ryan Reynolds for something else. Sagittarius. Okay, I don't trust this. This is AI, not on purpose, but I just had searched for a list and it came up with that. So Ryan Reynolds, to be determined. I don't know what he is. We'll never know it. October was Scorpio. Most likely.
He's a cusper. He's October 23rd.
Yeah, so he's like early Scorpio. He's nowhere near Sagittarius. Strike that from the record. Okay, and then Kendall Jenner, maybe, is another example if any of these are to be believed at this point. And then
I think Kendall Jenner is a Leo because I think she has the same birthday as my brother.
Okay, well, none of these examples are right, except for I know that Beyonce is a Virgo. That's right. My husband is a Scorpio. So
yeah.
Yeah, and your husband
very resourceful. I always said that he would be an asset in an apocalypse. Sleeps with a baseball bat by the bed. He's like ready to go fight like for
Ready for anything but to pull up the back of his pants.
If you don't know, I document all the times my husband's ass crack is out in my Instagram stories.
It makes me laugh every time. Every time.
And my goal is to make a tearaway daily calendar one of these days, and I'm getting there.
I
Wow.
love that.
Yeah.
I can't wait for that. How lucky are we that you are making this effort?
Mm-hmm. Very, yeah.
You know what they say, to be loved is to be seen, and you've been seeing a lot of butt cracks.
Sometimes it's just straight up ass. I'm like,
I think maybe he might need to have the whole talks conversation later on today, so you can bring him some new information.
I'll ask my followers, does my husband need whole talks? Engagement is engagement.
Yeah, the flirtatiousness of a Libra doesn't seem very useful here in this scenario to me. I mean, yes, we want charming people. I feel like we have maybe pushed forward a lot of like strategery in this bracket, which I guess, considering that it's apocalypse oriented, makes sense. It would be nice to have some kind-hearted people about.
I think it depends on like what phase of the apocalypse. I feel like we're under the assumption that like the world has just ended and now it's chaos, so we
Yes.
need like the people to figure it out. I think if we were like later on, then yeah, a Libra, we're trying to repopulate the earth. Where, you know, they're getting things going, they're charming, they're relaxing everybody, they're like jovial and fun. That being said, my best friend is a Scorpio, and she would never forgive me if I didn't move her along. And for that very reason, there is something to be said about a Scorpio.
For your own personal safety.
Uh-huh.
Well, and that's the thing. See, my Cancer best friend will forgive me. I know that about her. My Scorpio husband, and no. This would be something he will log in his list of
On
things
this day
wrong.
in
So, yeah.
2026. But we didn't bring along Cancer for the vibe check reason. And I think for that reason, we also do need a Scorpio, because a Scorpio is another person who, if they tell me something's off with this person, no further questions at this time, Your Honor. I believe you, you know?
Husband's a very good judge of character. And it might take me a while. Like, and he's always right.
Wow. Let's cut that out. We don't need him to hear that.
He's always right about one. No. Yeah, you're right.
Bobby, get that on there. All right. Wonderful. Well, we've moved on then to the second round. Well done, everybody. Scorpio moves forward. And we still have some discovery to make, because now we'll find out more about our signs in the second round. So this one will be Aries versus Taurus, first of all. And we already know a little bit, just to refresh memories, Aries are adventurous, enthusiastic, and a little bit selfish and quick-tempered. A Taurus, like Priscilla, patient and reliable, warm-hearted and loving, persistent and determined, placid and security-loving. Also, jealous and possessive, resentful and inflexible, self-indulgent and greedy. How we feeling?
Pretty much seen. Well defined. I'm glad to say it doesn't say like will eat anything.
Oh, also, we'll eat anything.
Will eat-
Loves a cozy blanket, will eat anything.
Will eat.
Another sign to keep the salt and vinegar chips away from.
Yeah, he's basically a raccoon. I might have to vote against my own sign.
I forgot to give examples. I'll give a couple. There's Jessica Alba, if these are to be believed, Katharine Hepburn, and Adele. And those don't really help me with my decision at all.
I think Jerry Seinfeld too.
Okay, that's helpful.
I-
Also,
I'm actually gonna move. I would move to vote Taurus. Taurus is my younger daughter, so I am an air sign raising two earth signs, so I'm constantly, eyes are just rolling all day long at me. But I do think that there is something about a Taurus that they do like to make a space cozy. They do like luxury. They're going to be seeking out things other than just the bare necessities. And I think that is also important, that we're not losing our whimsy and our desire for things besides the bottom part of the hierarchy of needs. Like, yes, we need food and shelter and water, but like we also might need some warm blankets too, or a nice, I don't know, bath if we can find some water.
I always did say that I would be in charge of like aesthetics in Apocalypse.
The vibes are important.
Vibes are important. I do love the security loving aspect of a Taurus. That's nice. And I do know, as I've mentioned, they're very they hold their beliefs strongly. They don't let them go. They are willing to fight for what they believe in, which is important. I think I'm going to have to go Aries on this one though, because of I'm just thinking of the people that I know. My mom was an Aries, and just their get shit doneness is like unmatched. Like, if you need someone to make sure this happens, it's going to happen, whether they have to run through a ring of fire or not. Like, it's going to happen.
This is one of those signs where I am being a little shady because I love Aries. I love Aries. One thing about Aries is I feel like Geminis are the little sisters of Aries. So I vibe with Aries, but Aries don't always vibe with me. And I think that I would be getting the boot if we bring along an Aries. They're going to be like, okay, so that's enough of her. Goodbye. You are the weakest link.
She's dinner.
Yeah.
Just for those of you keeping track, that's the second time that Chelsea has emphatically declared that she loves Aries. I love Aries.
Yeah, because they're like currently behind my screen. You guys don't see this. You only see this side of my computer, but all the Aries I've ever known are holding up knives going,
Yeah. Okay, so your vote is for Taurus. What did you say, Priscilla? You said
I still think all the pragmatic things that come with an Aries are going to serve us better than the vibe check.
Well, when I get kicked out, the blood is on your hands, both of you.
Well, I'll bring you a blanket and comfort you.
you guys can snuggle in the corner.
Well, snuggle.
Okay. Now we're going to get on to Chelsea, though. So we've got Gemini versus Virgo. And Gemini are adaptable and versatile, communicative and witty, intellectual and eloquent, youthful and lively. Youthful, that's a nice one. They're also nervous and tense, superficial and inconsistent, cunning and inquisitive. Examples: Angelina Jolie, Stevie Nicks, and Mariah Carey. Also, Chelsea Rivers, and one Donald Josephine Trump.
Also Kanye West.
Oh, darn it.
Yeah.
It was almost, the celebrities that we named was like almost a fantastic concert lineup until.
Right. And a Tomb Raider who's like,
Yeah.
you know, made for this. But
I feel like that's a great way actually of describing Geminis. Almost a great concert lineup.
Concert you would tailgate.
a lot of my favorite people in my life have been Geminis. I get along well with Geminis because, you know, air and air, we tend to do well together. I think we would do more giggling than surviving. I feel like it would just be like a giggle fest. And a Virgo, again, is practical. But as we've mentioned, practicality is not the only important thing here.
Here's my pitch, because I already see the writing on the wall. I'm not going to be offended. I've been a Gemini my whole life. I know the plight of a Gemini, that when I get asked, oh, what sign are you? And I say Gemini, it is usually met with, oh. And that's not a good oh, you know? But here's what I will say. I think that we are bringing the exact opposite end of the coin as a Virgo. And I think that what a Virgo has in preparing and planning and executing, a Gemini is like a fly by the seat of our pants type of gal, but that doesn't mean that we're not still getting shit done. And I think just like people with ADHD are oftentimes the best people to have in a crisis because we don't second guess ourselves because our brains are already moving a million miles an hour. So I'm like, okay, let's just do this thing then. I think that would be the energy that Geminis would bring, of a little bit of chaos, but like also thinking outside the box. Is my pitch.
I do like the comparison with ADHD because I do think that giggle fest that I mentioned was because my Gemini friends have been primarily ADHD havers, probably undiagnosed, and that's why we got along so well.
Yeah.
Because we were just like bouncing ideas off each other. And I am, well, I'll listen to Priscilla also. I want to hear Priscilla's take on this. But I do like the idea of having some whimsy and lightheartedness in the mix so that we don't all fall down a pit of despair.
I'm still going to go Virgo. Sorry, Chelsea. I personally bring a lot of fun to the table, so I don't think
Okay, fair.
you know,
fair.
I know me. I'm bringing some good vibes of my own.
Okay, so
And technically, I would have already been kicked out by the Aries.
this one is really hard for me, and I'm not really sure which way I want to go. Let me see what's happening here. We have an Aries already. They're not practical. Later, we might get a Capricorn in. I'm gonna go Gemini this round.
Wow.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Our first win as a Gemini community. We've been chosen.
I feel like Gemini gets a bad rap because people who aren't well versed in this just like, oh, Two-Faced. Like that's the one that's Two-Faced. And that's just what they go off of.
Yeah. But it is like we're bringing the giggles, but also, oh no, there's a crisis. The other side of us is we're locked in and we're like, here's the plan. Let's go,
Yeah. And the Geminis I've met have all been very smart also, which I know is not necessarily related to your zodiac sign. Anybody can be smart, but I feel like that's also the other side. It's like fun, but also like can make a good decision when necessary, not always.
Not day to day, but in those crisis moments, certainly.
Okay. But that one was hard, just to let everybody know. Okay, I'm getting over it. All right, we're moving on to Pisces versus Capricorn. Pisces, we haven't talked about yet. They're imaginative and sensitive, compassionate and kind, selfless and unworldly, intuitive and sympathetic. They're also escapist and idealistic, secretive and vague, weak-willed and easily led. Rihanna.
Some of these are like, if this was an AI bot, this AI bot has a vendetta against certain signs. Because sometimes it's like, sometimes they're sleepy, and another one's like, a dumb idiot bitch.
Well, this one was not. Actually, these traits were from somewhere else. I don't know. I got them
Oh,
from
okay.
a graphic.
So a real
that was in
person with a
magazine.
real
person,
vendetta.
Yeah, a real person who's mad at somebody. That's funny. Weak-willed and easily led. Okay, so Rihanna, Ava Mendes, and Justin Bieber. Also, Donnie and Dr. Bald, as Chelsea's husband is known. Thoughts, ladies? Oh, Capricorn was the other one. Do we need a review on Capricorn?
Just a quick one.
Quick. I won't read the whole thing. Practical, ambitious, pessimistic, miserly. Michelle Obama.
Yeah, no,
It's such a tough, like, you put Michelle Obama in the mix, and like, I mean,
yeah. Sorry, Pisces.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Even
sorry
AI
to-
knew. They were like, we're just going to give you one example. That's all you need.
that's all you need. Yeah, sorry to Donnie, sorry to Dr. Bald, but I do think I need Michelle Obama over either of you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, should we say anything nice about Pisces before we move on, though? Like, should we say?
Pisces, I love Pisces because they are going to always know what other people need. They're so in tuned. They're also like, they're the people who will know you're sad before you even know you're sad. But I think when it comes to an apocalypse, Pisces are the type of people that will take care of other people so that they don't have to take care of themselves. And I think eventually that will catch up with you in an apocalyptic setting where all of a sudden you're having like a nervous breakdown because you've just been fixing everybody else, you know?
I was going to say they are very caretaker vibes. So maybe we would need like someone who's first aid person and, built in, like they're carrying the little bag of Band-Aids and Neosporin and they're doing the therapy on the fly.
Because Scorpio, I think, is our only one. Like, we got rid of the Cancers. We do have Scorpio, but their caretaking is going to be like, all right, slapping a Band-Aid on.
Yeah.
Go get back to work, you know?
Yeah, but they're going to stock that first aid kit.
True.
Mm.
They're going to keep all the medicines and everything ready.
Where a Pisces would be like, you're bleeding out. How are you feeling about that?
Ooh, that's got to be tough. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're right. Okay. Yeah, I think Capricorn also, but I do see the value in a Pisces. I don't want to throw their value away. I want them to know that we do need that sort of care in the world. But if we're making space, I think Capricorn. Okay. Priscilla, you agree with that? Okay. All right. Now we're getting to Aquarius, which is me versus my husband. I didn't do this intentionally, but here we are. Aquarius, friendly and humanitarian, honest and loyal, original and inventive, independent and intellectual, also intractable and contrary, perverse and unpredictable. Okay.
Did start buttholes first.
We did. I do tend to bring a butthole conversation to every conversation, and detached. Um, Humanitarian visionary examples: Oprah, Ashton Kutcher, Harry Styles. We that's good. We've rounded off nicely, and then Jackie. Um, I mean, I'll pitch myself. We have an ice storm coming this weekend, and I've already repacked my go bag. I invested in some new water straws to filter water in case we run out. I've got a bladder for my bathtub to fill with water. I made my husband buy a generator, um, and just I've got a first aid kit packed actually in my go bag, and I've resized my son and made sure everything fits.
Now, I brought, for the snowstorm, I bought some puppets so that me and my daughters could put on a puppet show if the lights go out and we have flashlights. So, again, we're all bringing something to the table.
Remind you that I did not move Gemini forward.
Well, Priscilla, you're not invited to the puppet show.
I hope that you record the puppet show with the limited amount of phone battery that you have. So that
And again, another thing about a Gemini, oh, my battery's running out, but this is important.
My Scorpio husband is downstairs making sure our Halo and all our backup batteries are charged and ready to go. Now, wait, we're going against Scorpio, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Capricorn against Scorpio? Yeah.
An Aquarius versus Scorpio.
Oh, Aquarius versus Scorpio. Okay.
Yeah. I'm going to go Aquarius.
I'm going to go
me.
Scorpio.
Yeah.
Ashley, if you're listening, my best friend who's taking notes you did a really good pitch for yourself.
Thank you.
I think I'm going to move you forward. And that is also the Gemini in me seeing the Aquarius in you, that you did move me forward. So there is a little bit of wheeling and dealing. That's where the Donald Trump of my Gemini comes out.
What were you going to say, Priscilla?
Jackie, we went live around Christmas time and we were talking about like what's the top gift you would give, and Jackie's was one of her top 4 or 5 was that she would give a safety kit, like a fire blanket or whistle, a thing to break a window or the seatbelt. Like it was I would love to get that gift. So if that is connected to your astrological sign, that's very smart.
I don't know if it is, but it is just something that I do, and I am that person. So I relate strongly to Aquarius. I feel very tied to it whenever I read any of the things. So I don't know if we're all like that. But, my brother did move to Australia when Donald Trump became elected. Maybe it is. He's an Aquarius also.
Mm-hmm. It's a put your money where your mouth is sign, because a lot of people have said, oh, I'm moving, but he surely did pack up his bag and say, see ya.
I did get my British passport last year, but my husband has failed to get on board. My Scorpio husband has failed to get on board with my plans of escape, so I am unfortunately stuck here for the time being until I can convince him. Yeah, I just got to keep convincing him every day with one piece of news that I'm allowed to share. Okay, wow. Round 3, ladies. Round 3. We've got Aries versus Gemini.
The tale as old as time. I've said where I think this is going to go, with them all banding together to vote me out.
Yeah.
Aries.
Yeah, I think I have to go Aries on this one too.
I can't be mad at that. Again, little sister energy, and you got to keep the bigger sister around.
Our eldest daughter moves forward.
The eldest daughter with the world on her shoulders. Yeah, she's been training for this her whole life.
Aries feels very Katniss coded now that we've just said that. Or I guess she would be Sag because maybe she's a little Sag and Aries because she's a archer, but also very fiery and ready to lead and volunteer as tribute. So Aries moves forward. Now we've got Capricorn versus Aquarius. I won't be offended. I feel like I can see where this is going also, but do you need a refresh on Capricorn, Priscilla?
Yes, you saw me.
Yeah, I saw you doing some math and I thought, hold on. Okay, Michelle Obama. That's all.
Oh. Sorry.
If you take one thing away from this podcast today, I want you to remember Michelle Obama.
Yeah.
Is a Capricorn. Should we double check to make sure she's actually a Capricorn? Because we're basing a lot of our decisions on that. Hold on, let me just see.
So we already
She is.
So we already have Aries.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be I'm really gonna throw us for a loop here. I feel like sometimes if you have too many cooks in the kitchen,
Mm.
then the meal burns. And I feel like an Aries with an Aquarius could get us to a good meal. Whereas I feel like Aries and Capricorn are both gonna like dig their heels in. So like you talking about your like to go bag equipment, and Aries might not think of that, but they might be then like, okay, we've got that stuff, now here's the plan.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas I feel like a Capricorn and an Aries would both be arguing about what the plan is, so then no plan would get done.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's a great point. And if you're thinking about like earth, air, fire, water, Capricorn, I believe, is an earth sign. So I think of it as like there's fire and then the earth is like putting out the fire. Aquarius is air stoking the fire, making it light up. I did light a candle also. That's something I can do as an Aquarius.
I can do it.
In my air.
The Taurus is like, I have about 16 candles in this room.
Yeah.
She did say yesterday when we talked about Valentine's gifts that candles were one of her top gifts. So
I love a candle.
yeah,
Get back in.
yeah. Her candle game. What's your favorite scent for a candle? Just to get off topic for a second.
I love a pumpkin, like the autumn pumpkin vanilla scents, and then a
Okay.
Fraser fir in them.
I love a fir. I'm so sad that we're like moving past the Christmas
Yeah.
spirit months, because that I just have one burning all season long.
And then in the spring and summer, a linen. I like my scents to be light.
I like I like a eucalyptus mint scent candle, and I like a vanilla with a little bit of like jasmine. Also, those are my.
Do you guys get into linen sprays?
No.
So they sell like sprays that there's two types, and you have to make sure you know which one, because I've made the mistake of swapping them and then way too much scent. But there's ones that you can spray onto surfaces. So like I love to like clean my sheets, and then you do like 3 little spritzes and it gets onto the sheets, and it really adds something nice. I feel like I'm in a hotel.
It feels like Sophia Morgan for some reason. Like
like she does that and then gets in bed with her little tiara ready to watch some TV.
I feel like Sonia might be a Gemini.
Or Sag, I feel.
I did send Priscilla, because I briefly had a Bravo Zodiac account during the pandemic. Yeah, no, she's not a Gemini. Gemini Bravo people were Stephanie Leanne and Peter Madrigal.
Always the best of the representation.
It was Bravodiac, if anybody wants to go check it out. I haven't posted anything in there since 2020, but that was that. Anyway, very Sonia Morgan. We've got a lot of allergies at our house, so I don't know if we could get into the scents, but my husband would like it. He is a cologne before bed guy, and I'm like, can you just not? It's too much for my brain.
Well, then maybe swapping that out then for like a little spray of linen scent.
Yeah. Well, if you can convince him to do anything, I will take it. I'm sorry?
your husband's side is a Scorpio.
Yeah.
Love you so much.
Yeah.
Typical.
A typical Scorpio. Exactly. And then I'm like, Scorpio, it's always. Okay, so Capricorn, Aquarius. I'm going to say Aquarius now because I feel like I got Chelsea on my side. And I think the air fire thing is a thing. But I recognize that Chelsea could change her mind at any time. And
no, I'm sticking with Aquarius.
Again.
The Taurus is digging her heels in though.
What'd I do?
Yeah.
Okay, speaking of Taurus, I'm sorry to take us on another tangent, but my youngest daughter, Taurus, the summer months, like I felt like I was living with a flat earther. She could not let it go that the moon is smaller than the earth. And she would get so upset, and she would ask every single adult that she came into contact with, she would say, so what do you think? The moon or the earth? Which is bigger? And they would say, the earth is bigger. And she would have a meltdown every time. And I'm like, oh, my sweet spirit, my Taurus, like you're going to dig your heels in because what you believe is right. But also I'm very concerned you're going to become an anti-vaxxer in the future because this is science.
Sweet baby. Oh, she just because she sees it in the sky and it looks so big and bright. I
Yeah,
get it.
I don't know what it, or like she saw a like one single picture. I don't know what it is, but we have, I think, I don't know. I can't actually confirm that she believes the moon is smaller, but she's at least learned enough to not bring it up
Hmm.
anymore. Hmm.
I wonder if she saw like an eclipse picture.
That might be it. Yeah. Actually, that would make sense because we had one like in the spring. I feel like we had one.
Oh yeah, it's
So
eclipse seasons in the spring, and then the fall. There's usually one like in October, or recently anyway, not always. Okay, well maybe we've solved that mystery. I don't know. We'll see.
we'll see.
We're not going to bring it up and find out that we have.
Yeah, no, I'm
Let's
certainly
ask
going to
her.
let that conversation go.
Okay, last round.
All
I'm
right.
shocked that Aquarius has made it this far, but she has. Aquarius versus Aries. As an Aquarius, I will recuse myself from the initial proceedings.
I think
Read the Aries.
Aries. Adventurous, energetic, pioneering, and courageous, enthusiastic, confident, dynamic, quick witted. Selfish, quick tempered, impulsive, impatient, foolhardy, daredevil. She whispers, Pedro Pascal. If that's true, I don't know.
I think I'm going with Aries. I think that they have such a range of things they're bringing to the table because they are daredevils. So they would maybe do something that's like outside the comfort zone. If we need to like scale a mountain or if we need to like make like anything becomes a competition. And certainly in an apocalypse, if you frame it as the competition is who stays alive the longest, I think that they're going to want to win that. And I'm hitching my horse to that wagon. Sorry, Jackie.
It's okay. It's okay.
So Victoria Beckham is an Aries. And I think
If a woman is going to steal a first dance, they're going to steal other things that are going to keep you alive, you know?
There you go. Yeah.
firmly in her camp.
Well, and I think also, look, I would like to be there at the end if I have to be, but if I'm going to pick someone, I would like to pick an Aries to be by my side because while I think an Aquarius would have the ideas necessary to move society and civilization forward following the end, like what's the end of the apocalypse? The what would you call it? I don't know.
Pre-civilization.
Right, exactly. The
Yeah.
re-civilization. I don't know. I think they could help reestablish things, but to get through the zombies or nuclear wasteland or whatever we're facing at that point, Aries is the one, I think.
I feel good about this.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel good about it too. A little sad, but not really at all. Actually, I'm really impressed that I've gotten this far.
Well, again, with the context that we are already included in this, then we're representing all the great things about the signs that we talked about, and now we're just bringing on an Aries to boss us around and tell us what to do.
And go in the cave.
Now.
Get in the cave and tell us what's in there. Should we sleep in there or not?
Pedro Pascal told me to get in a cave. I would get in a cave.
Wait,
Do
I gotta
what
get
Pedro says.
my butt talks first, though.
All right. Well, we've done it. Congratulations, Aries. If you are an Aries listener, just know that you are beloved. And if you're not, also know that you're beloved. And please let us know where we got it wrong. We know you will. We know you'll have strong
The
opinions. about this one.
Scorpios are typing as we speak.
What's the sign that's typing and then deleting and typing and then deleting and then it's just going to say, okay.
That's a
Oh,
Pisces, probably.
Pisces probably or Cancer. Yeah.
Yeah,
I was gonna
Cancers
say,
just
or-
like slammed out. The Cancers actually haven't listened to the rest of this podcast. They're just crying right now.
Checked out. Minute 5. Yeah. Yeah. Please let us know. Leave a review if you are an Aries, Aquarius, Gemini, or Capricorn. If you did not make it to round 3, that's okay. Leave a review next time. We understand that you're upset. And yeah, we love you guys no matter what your sign is. We want you to be safe in the apocalypse. So please make your own go bags and prepare accordingly.
And do a puppet show while you're at it.
Everybody likes a puppet show. All right, well, we'll see you guys next time. Chelsea, oh, before we say goodbye, tell us where people can find you.
Sure. So you can follow me at Ono Chels on Instagram, and you can listen to I Am the Cute One. We release 2-3 episodes a week. Mondays are movies, Fridays are our TGIF pop culture roundups, and then we are currently on Patreon covering Gossip Girl, which I have never seen. So we're covering season 1 and having a ball over there.
I'm so excited about that because I have not watched Gossip Girl either, and so I can't start right now because we just started Succession. But I am delighted to have those episodes to go back and listen to. When I'm done with Succession, I'll be like, all right, well, I can listen to Gossip Girl and then, or watch it and then listen and just be like, boom, 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 boom. It'll be perfect.
Yeah.
And I'm ready for it.
It's a fun time.
Yeah. Definitely go check them out. They're a great podcast and they always have me cracking up, clenching my butthole, all the things that you guys like to do. All right. Well, thanks for coming on, Chelsea, and we'll talk to y'all next time.
Thank you for having me. Bye.
You can have your opinions, but we say